Good morning. It is early, before 6 o'clock. I totally forgot to shut off my alarm before I started this video, so that might be a problem later. I wanted to pop in, there we go. I wanted to pop in for a live as part of my 100 videos in 100 days challenge, because I'm going to need to double up a few days to catch up, which is okay, right? We know that that's all right. But so this morning I wanted to pop in and talk about toxic friends, and maybe the reason why I subconsciously decided to come in early this morning, not only to double up to make sure I meet my challenge on time, but also maybe part of me is a little worried that there we go, I'm back. Part of me is worried that you might think that I am putting you in one of these categories. Please know that's not the case. Please know that I value each and every one of you watching, and this is definitely a philosophical discussion. The only part of this little topic that I am really going to apply to real life is with regards to me, myself. So having said that, here we go. It's early and I'm losing my voice, but that's okay. I've got my coffee and I'm going to make some hot tea later, and it's all good, right? Shout out to Miss Chris for popping in. Anyway, toxic friends. So in my mind, there are 3 types of toxic friends. And I think we're all familiar with the term, like toxic friends. Some people define those as the friends in your life who, really drain you, the friends who take a bigger chunk of your energy than maybe they should, or the friends in your life who really demand more of your time than you are able to give. So we're familiar with the term, right? Some people call them energy vampires, like energy suckers. That's kind of mean. I think that's kind of harsh, but it's helpful to illustrate the point, just so we all are on the same page of what I mean but when I say toxic friends. So in my mind, there's 3 types of toxic friends. The first kind is that friend in your life who you care about, but maybe you're not super close to them. Maybe you, at one time, you were really close to them. But gradually, because of their behavior and because of their own toxicity, you've started to maybe try to pull away a little bit to preserve your own sanity and your own health and well-being. And that is a good thing. We need to preserve our own emotional and mental health and well-being first. Otherwise, we don't have anything healthy to pour out into our own families and into the people we are really meant to pour into. So that first kind of toxic friend is somebody who is highly demanding on your time, but not respectful of your time. Or they're highly demanding of your energy, but they don't really respect your energy. This person might be a little bit narcissistic. This person might use manipulation tactics to get what they want or to get their own cup filled from you. Now, keep in mind, these are not bad people. These are sick people. These are not bad friends. These are friends who they have bigger problems and bigger issues than what you and I are qualified to handle. These are people that really need help, but they're not ready to ask for help. And it's people we care about, right? Toxic friends, the first kind, we care about them. It's not like we hate them, otherwise they wouldn't be our friend. They just need more help than what we are really able to give them, both personally and professionally. I'm not a psychologist, so I can't give that type of toxic friend really the help that they need and deserve. So as you start to pull away from them, they're also the kind of toxic friend who they are going to hold on for dear life. They're going to dig in, and they don't want you to pull away. They don't want you to go anywhere. They rely so heavily on you to help them to fill that void, or to speak into them. I mean, maybe it could be you're the only light in their life at all right now. And that can make it harder to pull away as well. But my suggestion for dealing with that first kind of toxic friend is you have one of two choices. You can either try to gradually untangle yourself from their life and their issues, or you can rip it off like a Band-Aid, just drop them like a hot potato. It does not mean you stop loving that person. It just means you have to walk away for self-preservation. Otherwise, they're just going to continue to feed on you. And you, my friend, are too valuable to allow your energy to be poured into a cup that has a hole in the bottom, right? You have valuable things that you are supposed to be doing. And it's not that you don't want that person to benefit from your value, but they're not ready. They're not ready for truly to take advantage of the gift of your friendship. That's the first type. The second type of toxic friend, these are really, really precious people in your life. These are sweet people that you love, and when you think about them, you don't think automatically toxic friend. They don't actively manipulate you. They don't actively have their claws in you. They are typically that friend who might be super laid back, but also needy. They might be that friend that doesn't want to bother you. They might be that friend that sort of just drifts away or kind of goes by the wayside as far as your everyday circle and your everyday sphere of influence. They might be that friend who you don't talk to for a month or 2 or 3 months, or maybe now you're just friends on Facebook. I don't know. But they're usually, in my experience, they're very sweet people, and they too have some issues in their life, but it's almost a passive-aggressive toxicity. It's well, I know you're busy, so I didn't want to bother you. Or if something really bad happens and their kid gets really sick, or they have a really bad car accident, they don't call you and tell you, or they don't call and ask for help when they really need it because they're passive-aggressive about their issues and their needs. And so it's almost kind of like a guilt trip a little bit, but they would never come out and say that, but you feel it, right? You feel the drain on your emotions, and you feel the drain on your body, and you feel like you should, you have lots of shoulds around these friends. I should do this, I should do that, I should send her a card, I should call her, I should do, I should take that person to coffee, or I should reach out to them and check on them. But you know that when you do, you are going to be drained. We love those friends. They're precious. With them, I think, with that type of friend, it's more important to love them and maybe set yourself on maybe a calendar. That sounds so clinical, but maybe make yourself a calendar appointment once a month to check in with them. If it's someone that you truly love and care about, check in with them on a very calendar basis, like once a month or bi-monthly, whatever that person's need is. These are the people that I also feel like these friends really need our lights in their life. However, because they have not yet found their own voice, like they have not yet been able to commit to facing their issues, and they're so passive aggressive about it, that can be really draining as well. So just watch that. It's more important to be watchful of those friends and handle them carefully than to just cut them off or drop them like a hot potato, right? Because those friends, I feel like there's more wiggle room. But you still have to protect your own energy. You have to protect your emotional health and well-being. Remember, if we don't take care of ourselves first, we have nothing to pour into them. Okay, so first two types of toxic friends. The first one, they're the energy vampire, and they are in your space, and they want everything from you. The second type, these are the passive-aggressive friends who they're afraid you're too busy to like be friends, or, but they're still sucking energy. The third type of toxic friend, and this is my last point, what if, and this is a little bit painful to say, but what if you're the toxic friend? So that third type of toxic friend, like, what if it's you? And this is the point where I mentioned at the beginning of the live, like the only time in this video that I'm actually pinpointing someone and making it personal is this last type. Like, what if I'm the toxic friend? Like, not that I think I go around sucking people's energy. I really don't think that about myself, but like, what if I'm the toxic friend? What if by being so busy and so consumed and so, like, I'm just kind of doing my thing over here in the corner, doing my life. Like, what if I'm the toxic friend because I don't give enough, or I don't extend myself enough, or I don't open myself enough? Like, that could also be a type of toxic friend. It could be us. And I think in this case, we just have to very carefully consider our energy, how we show up in a friendship, what we bring to the table, and take a really truthful, honest look at ourselves. If you're concerned at all that you might be the toxic friend, don't wait. Maybe do some journaling. If you keep a diary or journal, like write it out, work through it, talk to yourself about it. Am I the toxic friend? Am I the one that drains people? Chris says, you're a wealth of knowledge, Tia. Thank you, Chris. I don't know if it's a wealth of knowledge or just a wealth of experience. Sometimes painful experience, but thank you. But that's what I've been doing lately. Not because I was like super stressed and worried that I was a toxic friend to someone, but I know that there are people in my life who I could be a better friend to and who I want to be a better friend to. Those people are in my life. There are some people in my life right now that I need to, I know in my heart I'm supposed to be speaking into their life, and I miss the mark sometimes. Kim says, that's where I was late in 2014. I realized I was toxic, but I didn't put those words to it. Whoops. Oh, it won't let me read the rest of that. Okay. Yeah, Kim. About probably, 2 years ago, I was kind of in the same boat. I took a hard, long look at myself, like, wow, I'm the one that's negative all the time. I'm the one that's speaking doubt. I'm the one that's really sucking the energy out of these people, and I'm not giving anything back. I'm not contributing anything of value to their life. And I think friendship is really meant to be a two-way street. It's a relationship. It's a sacred space. It's a sacred place for two people to be in relationship. And I think for women, it's 10 times harder to maintain healthy boundaries and healthy friendships. I think guys in that arena, I think they have it easier. I'm just going to say it. I don't know why, but I think they just have it easier. So yeah, if you're that third spot, if you are concerned that you might be the toxic friend, first, number one, get really, really honest with yourself. Like, just get real. And it is going to be painful and it might be really, really hard. But be super real and super truthful with yourself. Ask yourself some hard questions. Maybe journal the answers if you're a writer or you like keeping a journal. If that's not your thing, maybe make a collage or say a prayer or light a candle and just think about your concerns and try to get to the bottom of it. Try to really figure out if that's truth, if you really are a toxic friend to other people. Once you get to the root, like, is that true for me? Yes, it is. Okay, now what do I do? Get help. Like, don't try to fix everything on your own. Talk to a trusted friend. Talk to a clergyman. Talk to a professional. Take advantage of your company's, whatever that, you know, how certain companies give you like so many visits to a therapist. Can't remember what that's called, but don't do it by yourself if you don't have to, because I don't really know if any of us are really truthfully equipped to sort that out on our own. If, however, you go through the process and you reach that point where you're like, you know what, that does not resonate with me, I'm truly not a toxic friend, then just do better. You know, just make an effort to, like I said, put yourself on make appointments in your day planner or your calendar to connect in a healthy way with friends. I know that sounds kind of clinical and weird, but again, if you struggle with either the toxic friends or connecting in a healthy way with friends, or you're worried that you're a toxic friend, get to the bottom of it and then keep yourself accountable. Make a standing coffee date with someone once a month, or make sure that you're checking in regularly with your truly important friendships and relationships. All right. A little shout out to Angela, and thank you to Chris and Kim for watching and hanging with me. Toxic friends, it's a hard topic, and that's probably why I needed to do it so early this morning and get it out of the way, because I was nervous about talking about toxic friends. All right. I am so thankful for each and every one of you. I will see you back here later this evening. Hopefully nobody gets sick of me while I double up. All right. Bye for now.